Hey friends, thanks for joining me back on my channel. It's Courtney Nicole and this is Beauty by Luxe. Stay tuned to find out how to do this really cool green chrome look inspired by my nails. Let's get started. Oh, I already have some transition shades down. I'm going to get started with my inside track liner and I'm going to just use it to carve out the shape of my cut crease. I love this pencil because it's so smooth and it's really easy to work with. It's also easy to blend, as you can see here. Make sure you blend out that shape so it's somewhat diffused. And through the mistake of not recording, here's 2 cut creases. Feel free to go back and sharpen up your lines. So I'm going to use the inside track now to draw the second crease. And like I said, super creamy and super blendable. So you're really able to create the shape that you're going for. Don't forget, blending is key. So blend out that shape a little bit. Now I'm going to use my Lay and Low paint pot from MAC to sculpt out that negative space in between the 2 creases. And what I like about this is that it dries quickly, it's pigmented, and again, it's easy to work with. So you can really create the shape that you want. And now to my trusty Brazil palette. I love the palette. It has bright colors, a variety of them. So I'm just going to be using my green shadows to blow out the shape of the eye and to give it some dimension. Use a really small brush for this, guys, because you don't want the pigment all over the place. You really want your pigment to stay in one spot and you want to create a nice crease. Hence the reason that I'm holding the brush, I guess you can say, perpendicular to my eye. Sorry for blocking. Here you go, better view. And don't forget, blending is key. Use a clean blending brush to diffuse your colors. Now I'm going to go back with a deep blue to further define the crease and give the eye more dimension and more intrigue. I think a lot of times we think we're going to continue to use the same color over and over again, but if you use shades that are similar tones, you can create very interesting looks on the eye or the face in general. Now I'm using my AquaNova Metallishadow from the Estee edit to fill in my lid space. This is a great product for cut creases because the product stays where you put it and you can use it to further define the crease like I'm doing here. Don't forget, take a step back and check for symmetry. Now I'm using the pigment in the bottom of my Metallishadow duo. Use it wet to make it look even more stunning, even more metallic, even more Metallishadow. Don't be afraid to pack it on. So even though I edited it out, I did quite a few layers of this because I really wanted the sheen to stand out on camera. Now I'm gonna go back with my Lay and Low paint pot on a very fine eyeliner brush to really define that negative space. Don't be afraid to move the brush, guys. Don't forget, the end of the brush, the very tip of the brush, wherever that's pointing, that is where you're going to get your sharpened edge. Use short, small strokes to create shapes. You don't want to use one long, continuous stroke. That increases your margin for error. There's always time for dancing. This step is completely optional. Using my inside track liner, I'm going back one more time to sharpen up the edges of the color that are touching the negative space. Feel free to omit this step. I like it. I feel like it really makes an impact. So I'm recording this on Beyonce's birthday, so I'm getting bodied here. I suggest you get bodied in the middle of your makeup application too, girl. Yes, cool off. Now I'm using my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in Distortion to add some sheen to my negative space. Sometimes I cheat and I press more glitter on top of this just because it's gonna dry down tacky. But for this look, I just wanted, I guess you could say, a subtle shine. Now I'm finishing up the look by adding my inside track liner in Twisted Teal, the same pencil we used to cut the crease, to my waterline and to my bottom lash line at the same time. I'm gonna smoke out the bottom lash line with the same brick red shade that I use as my transition color. This adds some dimension and intrigue underneath the eye, and it sets your shadow, or your pencil in this case. And now to finish up the look, I'm using my CoverGirl Queen bronzer in Ebony Bronze to warm up my complexion, my Tarte's Contour Palette by Tarte and MakeupShayla in the deep shade. I think this is limited edition. If you can get one, get it. It's on sale on Sephora.com and Tarte.com. Sculpting my nose, using the darker contour to bring back even more dimension to the face, and using the corrector shade to actually sculpt the contour and cut it out a little bit, make it a little bit more dramatic, because why not? Now I'm using my blush from the Estee Edit in Ember Glow. I also like to dust it in the crease of my eye to create balance. Now I'm using my edgiest Double Up Mascara, also from the Estee Edit, to get something for the lashes to stick to. So off camera, I'm gonna apply my lashes. These are Sasha by Huda Beauty. And I'm gonna continue layering on my bottom mascara because I want it to be balanced with the dramatic lashes on top. You guys, I'm so excited. I found my full-size bittersweet liner. Woohoo! My favorite liner in the world. So I'm just gonna create a nice base for my lipstick with this guy. I love it. It stays on. It's a little darker than my skin tone, so it helps for my lips to show on my face and kind of give them some boundary. For this look, I'm going with the Storm lipstick from the Estee Edit. Yum. After applying, I'm gonna use the Turn Down Lip Shade Transformer from Estee Edit to give myself an ombre look, as well as the Metallishadow pigment right in the middle of my lips for more drama. And through the power of iMovie, the finished look. Thanks guys for joining me again. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time.